Hello, this is William Julian for Computer Science Software Engineering, and in this video I'm going to be showing you what a virtual machine is and why we need a virtual machine and how to create a virtual machine. First things first, a virtual machine is kind of like another computer on your main computer. You use the virtual machine to mess around and you have it for just in case you're testing something new and it messes up on the virtual machine, it won't mess up your host computer. And your host computer is the main computer or the computer that you're running everything off of. So that's what a virtual machine is used for. It's just used as a separate computer, so if you mess something up, then it's alright because it didn't mess up your main computer. So let's get started on how to make or what you need first to make a virtual machine. Because first, what you need to know is how to get to your specs on your computer. So click the Windows button and start typing in system information. What should pop up is, well, system information. And here's all the information that you need to know about your computer on what OS it has, OS meaning operating system, what RAM you have, RAM meaning RAM access, random access memory, and a processor, and everything you need to know. Now, you need that to base your virtual machine off of because you need to create your own specs for a virtual machine. So let's go to the notes. In the notes, I have my specs that I'm going to need to base off of for my virtual machine, and I have the already made virtual machine specs. Now, here, since I have Windows 10 here. Here we're using the Ubuntu 18.04 Bionic Beaver. That's just the virtual machine that I have chosen. Now, the system is a 64-bit based PC, so we're also going to have a 64-bit based PC. Now, for the processor, it has 8 cores, and so we still want to be able to use the host computer when you have the virtual machine. So, in the virtual machine, we'll have half the amount of cores. So, it'll have 4 cores in the virtual machine instead and not 8. So, whenever you're running the virtual machine, your host computer and virtual machine will both be running on 4 cores. Now, for the random access memory, or RAM, since we have 16 RAM installed on the main computer, the virtual machine will have 8, which is half. And for the hardware and the hard drives, disk space, that's really how much storage you want the virtual machine to have access to. So, and I put that at 30 gigabytes. Now, I'll show you where this is for on the virtual machine. So, in the VMware Workstation player, you will see the virtual machine. Now, if I go and click on Edit My Virtual Machine, I'll see all of the specs. So, for the RAM memory, it is at 8 gigabytes, and that is what was planned over here, which was 8 gigabytes. For the processor, it's using 4 cores, and that is what was used over here, 4 cores. And for the hard drive, hard disk, it is 30 gigabytes of storage, and it has access to 30 gigabytes of storage. So that is the specs for the virtual machine and the host computer. Now we are going to launch the virtual machine and I'll show you what the virtual machine looks like. So while it is launching, you could click this button right there to get fully immersed in the virtual machine so that the virtual machine is kind of like it's your main computer. Now I'm just gonna log in real quick. I messed up my password, just a second. Okay, now I am logging in. And I'll be back whenever it is logged in. Well, it's logged in. No need to It was a lot quicker than I thought. So, this is what the virtual machine is like. It's like a regular computer. You know, we got the taskbar over here with some applications that we have installed. PyCharm and GitKraken for some computer science, software engineering stuff. And you can, you could change the background if you would like, of lock screen and main backgrounds to whatever you want. Uh, and and this little waffle cone in the bottom left, you could change where the taskbar and waffle cone is located, but the little waffle cone over here, that is where all the applications are. And you know, you, that's it. That's where all the applications are. It's the app button basically. And it's not really much to say about a virtual machine except that it's like a computer on your computer. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to back up the virtual machine. So, you can log out in a couple different ways. Uh, you can log out clicking here and here to power off, or if we go back to the notes, you can see that you could do the long way, which is to open a terminal and then type in sudo, uh, wrong thing, type in sudo shutdown now, and then you'll shut down. So to open a terminal, you just need to click Control Alt T and then type in sudo shut down now. And then you would have to enter your password to log out, and it'll power down. So now I'm going to show you how to back up your virtual machine. So you have the backup over here. It's been a little bit since the last backup, so I'll make a new folder. Whoops, sorry, misclick. Control Shift N, and put the date of today. I'll do 2021. There we go. Now we have this folder. So this is where the backup of the virtual machine is going to go. Now, what I have to do is go into the OS system, and this is the virtual machine. Now, Control A to select all, and you could drag over, and don't drag over, that just moves it. You can copy it and paste it over. Now it is copying everything from over here into the backup. So it's getting backed up. Alright, I'll be back whenever this is complete. Okay, it is complete. Now, as you can see, the main OS has been put into the backup. So it has been backed up. Now, I can delete the old one because emptied the bin because we don't want to waste any storage having multiple saves of a virtual machine. Now I'm going to launch the virtual machine again and show you how to update the virtual machine using the notes that we have taken. So I'll be back whenever the virtual machine is launched. Okay, I am back and the virtual machine is now on. Now, using the notes that we have taken, we will update the virtual machine. So first, we have to open the terminal. Now, to open the terminal, you could right click and click Open Terminal, and you also could Control Alt T to open the terminal. It doesn't matter, just choose a way. Now we have the terminal, and so if we go back to the notes, maybe, never mind, I'll just read the notes off because I can't show it over, bring it over the virtual machine. So, first, following the notes, we have to type in sudo apt dash get update. And then you have to type in your password. Now, whenever you type in a password, I didn't mention this before, it doesn't look like you're typing anything, but that is just for security reasons, and you're actually typing. Now, you just click enter and have it look for the packages. I think my virtual machine is all up to date, but if your virtual machine has found something, you type in sudo apt-get upgrade instead of update. You type in upgrade, and then you click enter. Now it'll look for everything, and I already have it all up to date. Now, if you do not have your virtual machine up to date, it'll ask you, would you like to install the update? Yes or no, or Y and N. And all you'd have to do is type Y and enter. Granted, there's no command asking Y or N, so a command is not found. So once your thing is updated, once your virtual machine is updated, following the notes, you type in sudo reboot, and it'll reboot your virtual machine. Now, I'll be back whenever the virtual machine is rebooted. And, okay, and I am back. Now, the virtual machine has just rebooted from its, well, reboot. It took a little bit. Now, yes, it might take you a little bit for whenever it reboots. For me, it took like 3 minutes to get everything lined up. So, when updating a virtual machine, it is important to keep the system up to date so that you get new security features, updates to applications that you have installed, and to keep your system running at peak performance. Now, I guess I could log out of the virtual machine. So, there you have it. A virtual machine is up to date, ready to learn and test things without harming the host operating system, with a backup just in case your operating system would malfunction. Thank you for watching this video.